Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the free-to-play account on the test server, and we're looking at patch 1.81. So now it did offer some changes that we're going to look at in just a minute. First big one, of course, guys, right here with Little Peanut's frame. In the settings, you can actually change the animation. That is right. Ultimate animations, meaning that Joker's animation and Tayleen's animation are going to be turned off, which is awesome. Essentially, you can turn them back on if you want to see them again. But the amount of time that it takes for these animations to trigger, especially when it's multiple times, when it's 2, 3, 4 times in a battle, it takes a ton of time, especially if you're trying to push, meaning that when you're going through, different parts of AFK Arena, it takes a lot of time, especially if you lose. You have to do it over and over and over again. If you do suffer defeat, let's say pushing the campaign and the ultimate animation being turned off, finally, we got to see this to turn off the animations, guys. Now, I got the notes up here. Within the cursed realm, you're going to be able to add to actually go into the hellscape. So we know once they are calculating, you cannot see this. It shows that you cannot enter it for X amount of time. Now with the patch, when it drops on the live servers, which will be Tuesday, guys, you'll be able to enter these when they are calculating your rewards, which makes it easier because if you hop on and by chance it's calculating, you cannot get into the Twisted Realm to go ahead and do your battles. Depending on your timing, you might have to come back later, which is what essentially a lot of players have done. Now, with the Abyssal Aid, you can also use other teams, which we can use right here, but you can use heroes. So you can actually use the trial heroes within the Abyssal Aid. So if we still did have our copy of Scarlet, which just came out, or if we had our copies of Tayleen, we could actually utilize them within the Abyssal Aid, which would make it very cool to see. Big thing though, the big change that I want to talk about was the Solemn Vow. So a lot of players came in here, and every time that I went through and you clicked apply, it just said the exact same thing. It said maximum applications, maximum applications, maximum applications, over and over and over. But now with the optimization, we can go ahead and refresh this. Everybody within here, I can apply for, guys. That is right. We can go ahead and we can apply for every single person here. You can reset, you can do the exact same. Making sure that you're going through and you're actually getting an application through. This is one thing that I did not like. If you guys have not done the Solemn Vow, it's a very cool aspect. Not only being a mentor, do you get a cool frame, but you also do get a little bit of rewards for being a mentor, which again, it's pretty neat. The frame is really the big thing there. But on the mentee, so if you're actually being mentored, you get a ton of stuff, guys. When I think of AFK Arena before we had something like the Solemn Vow, especially if you're coming up earlier in the game, being a mentee, so actually having a mentor gives you a ton of stuff, which we'll look at in just a minute. I can show you where the actual account that I'm mentoring myself. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at that. The patch notes, guys, we know we're pretty light. We have a new skin called the True Baller coming for Rowan. Absolutely going to pick it up. He is my favorite hero. We have his venture. We have some Voyage of Wonders coming, and that's really it. So not too much in the patch. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the Solemn Vow. So over on the FHG account, we do have, of course, my Furry Hippo account right here is my apprentice. But ultimately, you can go through and you're collecting these mentorship points. They accumulate to get these frames, and then, of course, to give you the loot out of here. One thing I do love is when you go in here, you can actually go to quests. I can assign quests to my mentor to my mentee every single time. But when you look at the learning tasks, this is really the big thing, guys, is when you look at the things in AFK Arena that you're looking to do, raising signature items, making purchases, pushing the King's Tower, acquiring heroes, raising up your levels, everything that a mentee is going to do in here is just going to give them more loot. Essentially, it gives you more summons. It gives you a lot of different things as you're going through and doing the daily things within AFK Arena as the learning task. You do get a lot of benefit out of here, which is the reason I really wanted to stress this. And it's very cool to see how they built this. I love how they built this. I'm actually mentoring on, I believe, 2 of my accounts right now. We did have someone else pick up, but I think with the changes in the new patch, we're going to have the ability to mentor a lot more heroes. In addition, the other big thing is mercenaries. So right here, I did hire Ions, of course, to push. I hired Grez because we have the Twisted Realm unlocked. So being able to just hire heroes out of here is awesome, because this is actually outside of regularly requesting the heroes through the Friends tab, things of that nature. They're not showing up here in the Friends tab, but ultimately it is very cool to see. The other thing that we have on the test server with the notes are borrowing heroes. So they did change the borrowing heroes. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. So the final point of the patch was to borrow heroes. So most of you know, and I get a lot of questions about this, you can garrison heroes out of here. If you do not own these specific heroes, you can garrison the hero, you can borrow them if you're looking to borrow them. Now, the big thing is heroes like Yukio, as you can see here, on the right, it says stranger, 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 stranger. I did not have anyone on my friends list that owned Yukio because we are over on the test server. So ultimately, now it's going to let me borrow these heroes. Even Ezio, you can see right here, it is borrowed from a stranger versus borrowed from someone on my friends list. Before this, they actually limited all of the mercenaries had to be on the friends list. So essentially, if you did not have a friend that had Yukio, you couldn't borrow Yukio, which really made it difficult, because after a certain amount of days, they would no longer appear in here to garrison the hero. Or if I did an application, let's say from Joyo, and after that application ended, or once it ended, if this player wasn't playing, I couldn't borrow it again. Or if I did an application for a hero and the player again was inactive and they never played, my application would just sit there waiting to see and hoping that someone would go ahead and click that accept. That way we could get it done. Guys, so AFK Arena, guys, definitely putting out a solid library hero, but ultimately changing up a couple things. I love how they changed the garrison heroes. If you haven't done this, guys, Ions and Albedo are the two biggest priorities if you do not have them to build out of here. My opinion, followed by the Prince of Persia as of right now. So make sure that you're garrisoning these heroes. Cursed Realm is updated. Abyssal Expedition is updated. You can use Awakened heroes for a lot more things. Changing the animation was awesome to see as well. A lot more coming to AFK Arena, especially with Rowan's new event. Super excited about. And then also we know the Magician's Hat event, which is very loot heavy, is coming to the global servers probably within another day or two. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.